Oh, it's the last day here at Tenerife. But at least we have a brand new weekly challenge to see us through. Who's the boss challenge? This is a good set actually. Surat. Princess is our leader, our weekly star hero. So you want to give her a weapon that's going to inflict status effects. You kind of want to do that with everyone in your team. I'm using Rosita, Fighter Rosita here. I need to re-roll some of her traits. I'm using her just because I want to get some practice of using this character. She was noted in the comments as actually being pretty damn effective. Results may vary, it seems. You know, some people have different ideas, but yeah, I'm keen to just give her a go. Try and get some value out of her. So all of these, I think, in this weekly challenge feature boss walkers. And it could well be the case that, as we just saw there, once you complete that objective, once you kill the boss walkers, the mission is complete. We'll see. We'll get through it and we'll see if that is the case. I mean, for that one there that we just did, stay at range, you know, plug away from a distance. I always recommend incendiary weapons for really big, tough targets. I mean, as the difficulty increases, it gets a lot harder. Yeah, and you got to find some way to harm them. So having characters like Mercer, for example, whose leadership trait means that you inflict a certain amount of their hit points with each hit, if it kicks in. That's great. Incendiary weapons, yes. Things like Root and Cripple can be very handy to slow them down. Romcom, kill the boss walkers. Oh, okie dokie. What's this? Is this the cinema? Yeah, is that the cinema or the church? I don't know. I think this is the cinema, isn't it? Anyway, there they are, lurking around at the back. Bless them. I mean, not too much to say beyond what I've already said. Characters like Mercer, incendiary weapons. That's kind of what you want to be doing. Take them out and the mission ends. Not a ton of advice. Characters like Hilltop Maggie can be very useful, obviously. She can get additional attacks against targets. Yumiko, obviously, if you've got ranged characters, you're going to land a lot more hits. I think melee characters can be a bit problematic when you know that you're going to be facing things like tanks, you know, that kind of thing, because they can stun you if they get their hands on you. You can't really inflict that much damage. Maybe if you have somebody like Survivalist Rick with his charge attack, sure. But otherwise, you, I think that for all of these, we'll take a look. But I think ranged characters really might be the way to go. Princess, again, just a magnificent leader. If you've got her, then that's really going to help. Obviously, like I said, I kind of wanted to have Rosita in my team just to sort of try her out. Please don't go thinking that she's necessarily a great character for these types of missions. Although to be fair, she should be able to stun. She should be able to stun a metalhead. And the problem is, of course, he's on fire. And obviously that hurts your melee characters if they get within fighting distance. Okay, there we go. Took them both out. Metalheads, of course, they can seem tough if you have ranged characters, but they can be stunned, they can be crippled, they can be ignited. You know, in some ways Commonwealth walkers are tougher because they are so resistant to that kind of stuff. I think keeping in mind that the objectives, which is to kill the tough walkers, and bearing in mind that that ends the mission, doesn't matter what else is on the table, it ends once you kill them, you know, that is definitely something worth keeping at the forefront of your mind. Okay. Doesn't seem like there's an awful lot of walkers on the stage at the moment. Does that mean that some will start flooding out? Let's see, give it another turn. Is that it? That's just it. It's just this guy and his little buddy, and we kill him and then he's gone. That's pretty simple. Now, as you get to higher levels, obviously the challenge might increase. You might have more enemies, different enemy types and things. But the principle for all of these, you know, kill the boss walker types missions is, you know, it's pretty similar, really. Look for those characters who can inflict a lot of damage in unconventional ways, like Mercer. You know, look for people whose skills relate to unusual walker types, like Hilltop Maggie. Set them alight, slow them down. Swamp monsters. Now this might mean that there's going to be those little potholes that you can walk on. Yeah, like that one there at the very far left center. That one next to our friendly goo right there. Tell you what, Rosie, do your thing. By which I mean kind of suck. No, I'm sure that there are ways to use her so that she is effective. The goo, of course, can be a problem for ranged characters. As soon as you kill him, he blows up. Let's use charge attack, cause a little extra damage. Yeah, just being able to root these big uns and then run rings around them, literally, that's very handy. Okay, you should be able to do well on this weekly challenge. It's as far as they go, this is not one of the harder ones. This doesn't have all of those awkward mission types. Doesn't take a long time as well, which is, you know, which is a consideration with the weekly challenge. As you get to harder levels and it becomes more challenging, it can take a while to complete those missions, and you might not feel so motivated to do it. These are quite quick and snappy. Good for XP as well, because obviously non-normal walkers provide more XP per kill. Bulletproof, huh? We'll see about that. Yeah, so it is the Metalhead who is considered the boss here. Sure, those armoured walkers sort of, you know, they're kind of boss walkers as well, but look at that. One turn. Not saying it's always going to be that easy. As it gets tougher, the enemies get tougher, but I mean, that proves perfectly that whole point of remember what the objective is, complete that, complete the mission. Obviously the seasonal event is on, so you want to get at least 610 stars, but we just did that in less than 10 minutes. I mean, anyone can do that, so. Alright, I think we are back to the start. Let's just double check. Yes, we are. So, there you go. That's the weekly challenge. Not a tricky one, is a fun one. You and your guild should be able to do very, very well with this one. If you do have any dramas, let me know, and we'll see what we can do to help you in the comments. And as ever, thank you for watching.